able to pick up a good sale on some beef round boneless top. Your supermarket might refer to this as London Broil. Normally it's about $6 or $7 a pound. I want to say it was about $3 a pound, so about half price. So average piece here, and these are pretty good sized pieces of beef, for between 1 and 2 pounds. So this is London Broil. That typically refers to how it's prepared in a broiler or in the oven as a roast. We're actually going to be smoking these, and I'm going to actually put some salt on them and just kind of reduce them down a little bit, making them a little more tender and a little more palatable. So again, we have those London broils that I will be salting just to break down some of the proteins and make it a little less tough. We'll leave it like that overnight, and then we'll marinate it through the day, and then I'll be putting it in the smoker. Again, each of these are about 1 to 2 pounds per cut, so these are pretty large pieces of beef. So what I'm going to be putting on today is some volcanic sea salt and some Mexican sea salt. Again, this is just going to be breaking down the proteins of the meat and making it a little more tender. I'm going to be putting this on pretty liberally. Again, this is Mexican coarse sea salt. This won't really make the meat too much more salty. I'm actually going to be, after we get done kind of letting this break down overnight in the refrigerator, I'll be rinsing this salt off. But again, it's just going to make it a little more tender. So here's that volcanic sea salt. Just going to be, again, liberally spreading it. Volcanic sea salt. This is actually a friend, Colleen Charlton, brought this back from Hawaii for me. She knows how much I love to smoke meats, so it was kind of her to bring this back and to think of me. And just flipping it over. So the purpose of using the wax paper here is it just makes easy cleanup. Doesn't contaminate everything, goes right in the garbage. We'll be covering this and putting it right in the refrigerator, and again, marinating and letting that break down overnight. Happy eating. Have the steaks that are here, they're actually on the counter, just sitting out at room temperature, just trying to bring up that temperature so that I can put them into the smoker. I'll put a slight rub on here, nothing too complex, putting them in the smoker for probably about 2 hours at about 225 degrees. You can't have good meat without having potatoes. So, be mixing up some of these, again, terrific trio, just with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, some savory seasonings, and just mixing it all together, and just making sure that everything gets nicely coated, evenly coated with the seasonings and the olive oil. I'll be putting it in the oven for about 400 degrees for close to 50 minutes to an hour, just checking the tenderness. And yeah, meat, potatoes, some broccoli, some garlic bread, and a nice salad to go along with it. So I'm about to put these these top steaks into the smoker, and we'll be smoking them for a couple hours. So we'll see you then. Happy eating. So I just quickly wanted to go over how I have my smoker set up and how things are in my backyard. So got my barbecue here. It's got a side burner. Hopefully I plan to be replacing this with a Texas Trio made by Char Griller. And I've got my smoker here. We're almost at temperature here, but I just kind of wanted to show you. Again, a Sportsman Elite. You can pick them up at Bass Pro Shop. Usually on sale for less than $150. It just has an electronic temperature gauge, and it's pretty spacious inside. Several different racks. You can adjust them. Again, anywhere from being able to accommodate a large turkey or ham, or even thinner if you're doing racks of ribs. I just have a simple sheet pan in here just to catch any drippings, just to protect the element here. Down here is where the wood box, where any wood chips would go. So they're just in here. And I have a blend of hickory and mesquite. And then you have your water basin here, just to keep everything nice and moist. So just a light dusting of rub over the top of this, or this top round. And you might find it in your supermarket. The label is London Broil. So I'll be placing these into the smoker. Giving them plenty of space between each of them so that they really have an opportunity of absorbing smoke and not being next to one another. This has got a Chicago seasoning over the top of it. Your choice of seasoning, Montreal, doesn't really matter. But there's plenty of space in there that they can lie and absorb plenty of the smoke. So we have the temperature at about 220 degrees. We'll be doing that until the internal temperature reaches about 135, and we'll let them rest and then be cutting them up. I'll be reverse searing them on the grill at the very end of it, just to give them that nice bark. Happy eating. So just about to pull the London broils out of the smoker and put them onto this grill that is nice and hot. I have a hot sear ready to go. So here we go. Here we are. Just taking these guys out of the smoker. And I'll be putting them right onto the grill to sear them. So just quickly searing this over a high heat. Took it straight from smoker right to grill. So wanted to get a digital probe here. See where we're at with these. So, taking the potatoes out of the oven, nice and roasted, be covering them, and gonna be slicing up the meat here pretty shortly. So here we're gonna be seeing how the grain of the meat runs, and we'll be cutting opposite of that. Cutting these into thin slices.
Silas is not happy with it.
Do you want to try some of the meats?
Resulted in his brother going out. A little piece.
Here's a little piece.
No, I want a big piece.
Here you go.
What are you doing?